Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I will be playing Hearts of Iron 4 and reuniting China under the one and only true Legend of a Leader. That's right folks, today we're going to reunite China, or federalize it, with the one and only leader, Mao Zedong. Now, I do this a bit unorthodox, and my crappy gaming skills only allow for such a short amount of time. But this playthrough went pretty okay, so I thought I'd upload it, because why not? You can critique me, you can criticize me, I don't care. But I'm gonna show you what happened. Um, so what happened basically is I did a militia only game, cause militia are overpowered in my opinion. The People's Militia is pretty good. I quite like that doctrine. I like the change to the doctrines. The change to the doctrines is quite good. The As for coal and stuff like that, I'm not too fussed with coal. I see the people have a problem with it. It's only when you really play a miner you're really cucked out of most things. In all fairness, but I just think there could have been a little bit more flavour when it comes to the DLC. But alas, can't have everything. Yes, there's the Beiyang Army thing you could do as the Northeastern Army. I've already done that. You can get an achievement. It's called I've Avenged You, Father, and you can get that achievement. Other than that, Manchukuo has a democratic path now and a communist path. I've not attempted those. I'm not that great at the game, as you'll see in this video. I'll speed up the gameplay so it's not boring to watch. You'll just really be listening to me waffling on. This is basically just a gaming slop video. But if that's your thing to enjoy, have that in the background with some themed music. Don't know where I got this music from. It's just a bunch of communist Chinese music I found, so I thought I'd insert it into the video. I'm all about themes on this channel, so we're getting into the role. We're getting into the theme. The Chairman Mao theme, if you will. We're just gonna watch what happens. I think it went great. It didn't go too bad. Dai Li spawns and he gets absolutely destroyed by me. Does it take a while? Yes, it does. It's not entirely bad. When you have when China goes fascist, they kind of attack everybody, and you can kind of get in on that by going in the United Front, because they join the United Front and they attack everybody, and you could get a bunch of land that way because they'll just give it to you, and then you could kind of build up fast via getting a bunch of factories early on, and we get Yunnan back by the Northeastern Army quite early on in the game as well, so that's good. But overall, we're not in a super bad position, and I think that it's gonna be a-okay. How the game ends, you have to see, because it's not that bad. We get a few puppets. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. You have to see. So what I'm doing is I'm prepping the rallying the people, because Mao Zedong needs 30 or more support to do the burn the tigers thing. I've never done the unwilling hierarchy. I don't plan on doing it. I can't really be bothered with that. Zangratao, I can't really be bothered with that sort of path. I only really stick to what I know, and that is the Zangratao path. Not Zangratao, Mao Zedong path. Sorry, slip up. But when he does come, you can get a field marshal, which I kind of like. But I only really use DZ or whatever his name is, because he's quite good. I thought I could get Shang Zi here, but obviously I couldn't, because they're not at war with us. They end up becoming a puppet, I'm pretty sure. So Yanji Shan can stay alive for now. Um, so, yeah, no, we get Hebe Chihar. So we get Beijing right off the bat. We go to war with the Lejing clique, stroke clique. We go to war with them. We try and get them, but for some reason they decide to white peace, which I don't get. Very unlucky. But yet again, I haven't seen the Guangdong clique get absolutely destroyed by Li Zongren before. But hey, what can you do? So right now I'm just boosting Mao Zedong's influence, and we're going to war with the Northeastern Army. So we'll get a little bit of steel and more resources, so we don't have to trade as much, and that means less factories that are in use. So that's great. Well, it's good for us anyway. Um, China going their fascist path is probably the best you'll get, the best choice, the best outcome anyway. You'll get when it comes to land, because they'll just give it to you if you join their war. So here's me justifying on the two Maz that didn't join us, the two Maz that didn't join the Chinese United Front. So I'm just gonna slowly chip away at those, because unlimited manpower. At this point, China, I thought, was gonna leave the faction and declare war on us, but I don't think they did. I'm just building up province there because I want the extra steel. So I'm just purging. I also got Mao Zedong. I purged all the Bolsheviks because screw those guys. Now at war with Xinjiang Ma, and it takes me a while to capitulate them, obviously, because no supply, and supply is horrible in China anyway, but we all know that. But I eventually get them, so that's good. So it's a bit of a slog, but Shaanxi is kind of helping me there by pinning them down. And I decide maybe it's time to get more divisions. So I get more divisions because we can afford it now. And we can enforce Maoism, which gives us a buff to the militia. And which we've already got, but we're going to get 100 regiment offense at some point to get that extra buff on core territory, because that's what helps us out in the long run anyway. The amount of core territory buffs you get is crazy, but which really does help, because it's a bit of a slog getting through China, in all fairness. But why I want this land is just so I don't have to deal with them later. So that's that. And China is now the Chinese People's State. The only thing I like about that is the fact that their flag is blue and Scotland's blue and blah 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 blah. I'm waffling on. I like waffling, but Skinky Egg I am worried about. I am worried about Skinky Egg in this playthrough. Do I remember what happened? Not really, so we're kind of just watching it together, really, but I'm commentating on it. But this wasn't a bad playthrough. This wasn't a bad playthrough by any means. No, not for me anyway. I see. I tried to fix the supply bit, but I kind of fuck up. I try, and it's doesn't get any better because I'm not that great at the game. I probably should have researched trains now that I think about it, but I didn't research trains because I'm an idiot. I forgot about it. But alas, that's for post-editing me to worry about, which is me right now. I end up getting Xinjiang Ma and the other Ma, and we jump cut because why not? And we are now attacking China. this playthrough is a bit all over the place, I know, but China is now all over the place. So, the strongest warlord here actually was the Guangxi clique. That was the strongest clique that helped us out in this civil war here. But as you can see, with the militia, I'm absolutely pushing through them and encircling them. The militia is absolutely busted when you get the doctrines up. So at this point, I had the doctrines up, and I was just plowing through China's troops because of the core territory buffs, and I thought, why not do the autonomous regions thing? Because they have autonomous. I was like, how can I get into my China lore here? China has autonomous regions IRL. I can do that too. At this point, I decided to have a gander in Europe. Nothing's going on in Europe really, so I was like, let's get autonomous regions, because they have autonomous regions IRL. So why not have it in the game? And at this point, they do decide, let's become provinces. So I do get quite a few puppets. So at this point, China's on its last legs, just mopping up a few things here and there, micro management stuff, and so far we get a good industry going after all of this, and then we attack the Guangxi clique after that, because that's my next target. But so for overall, it's not going too bad. So I'm pretty proud. I'm pretty proud of this playthrough, considering that I did it all my own, without any guides or anything. So it's not too bad. At this point, I try and think, can I like get my puppets to stop? And then an NPC moment happened where I take this tiny little bit of province there, and I was like, oh shit, I can't now do that. But then I realised I'm not going to bother trying to annex my puppets just yet. I was like, do I need to? I can't be bothered. But at this point, I'm preparing to go to war with the Zhengjing clique. At this point, I'm really annoyed that I didn't get that province, but hey ho, it is what it is. It's all part of me anyway, because we're all the United Chinese Provinces, so they have provinces IRL anyway, so why not? They can just become governors. So at this point, my puppet's colours decided to change to red, so it makes it a little bit easier on the eyes. So they're all red, and they're all part of the one United China. So, why not? That's kind of it. So this bit's a slog. They push in too far, and then they fuck up really. In all fairness, this is what happens. And then they decide, I don't know how, but they got behind me, and then they decided, you know what, we're going to push up and become even more annoying. So I decide, let's get all of my puppets troops and just absolutely just outnumber them all with my puppets troops, because I could. I don't know what I'm saying anyway. I'm kind of just waffling on. I've not got a script or anything, so I'm pretty on theme here anyway. China just kind of doing things, me kind of just doing things, or if just it's my first YouTube video. Give it a break, man. But anyway, hilarities aside, very unorthodox way to play communist China, I know. The Chinese Soviet Republic, as it's now called. I get nice encirclements though, in all fairness. So, wait for them to run out of supply and then choke them, I guess. let me know what your opinion is of this DLC. I'd very much like to know. I do ask for territory back. They would, Mongolia probably would have gave me the peace deal anyway, so I don't really bother taking that back. So we're kind of a disjointed China, but we're a disjointed China, but we're still China. So, but we're still united. So it's mostly united. So I lied, kind of. This was the bit I was talking about. They kind of just came out of nowhere. I don't know how they came out of nowhere and decided to push, but I thought I got them all. But then I was like, nah. They quickly crumbled because I had like loads of militia at that point. And then they died, so that was good. Now I just mop up Xinjiang and I take care of China's most important enemy and most important province, Tibet. Because Tibet isn't a country, it's part of China, as we all know. And nothing will be said otherwise. Clearly. But yeah, no, that's my playthrough of Communist China. I hope you enjoyed. I get units stuck in Xinjiang. I take out Xinjiang. I get all of the... I core Tibet pretty much. And then that's the game over. So, enjoy the last few seconds of me killing Tibet. And I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a shit video, but it's a slop channel. So, enjoy. Thanks, bye.